Morning. It's Thursday today. Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button down there. I think, or there. That'd be really good if you did. I'd appreciate it. Yeah, today I've got a bit of a ride out up into the borders. Got a door to fit on a digger. A couple of other little jobs to look at on that digger while I'm there. Got some parts to drop off in another fella's yard, and I've got a 2.5 ton mini digger to service, which would be, if I was to go there straight from here now, it'd be a good 2.5 hour drive. So I've got a lot to get done. But I've had a phone call this morning on the way into work. There's a DX210 just outside of Carlisle working on this bypass. It started up and ran and then cut out. It was -8 overnight last night, and I've a feeling the fuel filters have gelled up. So I'm gonna call into that first, try and get that up and running for them. I'm hoping it's the fuel filters anyway, because it'd really spoil my plans for the day if it isn't. So without further ado, we'll go and get on. Right, that took 20 minutes. I can't see a thing in this sun. I'm sure there's a van behind us somewhere. Right over there, it's okay. Bang. Fuel filters, sorted that out. And I wrapped the filters up with a bit of spill kit just to try and keep the chill off them. The fuel in the water and fuel ball was like I would describe it like cloudy lemonade. So I can well imagine in the filters it was gelled up, and even just touching the filters trying to get them off, my hands were just so numb. So that should be that cured. I didn't film that because, as you can see, there's about a dozen folk waiting on us to get that machine going. Got diesel on my hands and I'm going to be smelling that for the next 2 hours. Right, next stop is about 2 hours away. See you shortly. Right, there's my digger over there. 5 to 12. I'm just hoping that by the time I finish this digger, this sunshine hasn't thawed the ground out, because I would imagine in normal British weather this is a very wet place to try and drive a vehicle of this type. It's holding up at the minute. Right, open. Certainly bumpy. Anyway, I'll be glad to get this door off the back of the van. I'm sure it's travelled up here in one piece and undamaged. Maybe with a bit of luck all the sign writing that I did on it yesterday has fallen off and nobody needs to see it. Right, get pulled up. Right, new doors fitted. That's my attempt at sign writing. It looks alright from here, but up close it's not brilliant. But I did tell the customer if he's not happy with it, we'll sort it out. But this door, I don't know if you can see in the sunlight, but it's got sort of ripples in it right the way down it, and if you look down the edge of there, it's a bit uneven as well. So that is why we've replaced that. Another little teething problem with this machine is the telematics aren't working properly. I can see all the info that I need to see, apart from the important bit is where the machine's currently at. So I'm just about to make a phone call to my boss about that, and I've got a couple of shims to slip in there. But this is the 140K. It's actually that one that we looked at in the yard a few months ago now, and it's the one with the steps up onto the bonnet, which has all been sunk down, so it's all nice and flat now. So yeah, lovely job. Customer's dead happy with it anyway, so that's the main thing. Right, I need to make some phone calls to my service manager, who is clued up on this sort of thing, because I am not. So it turns out You unplug the telematics box, leave it 10 minutes and plug it back in. The machine knows where it's at again. That fixed that problem. I slipped a couple of shims in the hitch. Yeah, it was one of them jobs I knew there wasn't going to be much to show you, because I can't really show you, and I don't want to show you where the telematics is, because people with bad intentions will be able to pull the plug on them, and we don't want that, do we? So I have to think about these things now and again. I do. Anyway, I'm going to right onto the East Coast now. It will be the East Coast to service a little DX27, but not so much the machine, but the area that's in is it's interesting. Okay, here we are. This is a very exclusive housing estate. Basically, you buy an acre of land, so I'm told, for a lot of money, and then you get your architect to design the maddest, wildest house of your dreams, and then it's built. Is essentially it. There's multiple security gates you have to come through, and I am currently looking for a small mini digger. But some of these houses are absolutely spectacular. There's a bit there. Some of these houses, you'd look at them and you think, is that an art gallery or is that a house? Oh no, that's not mine. Nope, that was not for me. I've been here a few times now. It's always interesting to be a bit of a nosy. There's another one down here getting built. Maybe this is the spot for me. Nope. Nope. Oh, there it is. Found it. I wonder if they're using it. I did tell them I was coming today. Soon find out. Right. Look at that spot. Right, I've got my machine in the sunshine. Grab my jacket. Oh. Yeah, I'll have to have a look in the box, see what else to do on this. It's done 13,500 hours, so it's neither a 1,500 hour service or 1,000 hours, so I just rounded it up. I'm sure they serviced it themselves last time, so we'll see what all it needs, So we've got 2 air filters, engine oil filter, fuel filter, hydraulic oil, and another hydraulic oil. So yeah, reasonably big service, but it shouldn't take too long, hopefully. I've got hiccups. Shouldn't have eaten while I was driving. Yeah, I'm gonna put this on as well because it's freezing here. Got this cover off. We've got a case drain filter here and the hydraulic return filter here. We've also got an oil leak on there, and we've also got a really clogged radiator. So I'm going to get my airline out and give that a blowout too. But first I'll drop this engine oil out. Engine oil filters are way down in there, look. It's a bugger to get to, that one. But other than that, should be straightforward. Another mini digger with a large spanner sized drain bung. 22 today. I'll get this fitted back in because I'll pull the drain tray underneath where I'm going to take the engine oil filter off because that's going to make a mess. Guarantee it. I reach my arm up here. I hate those sorts of filters. You know the ones where you have to reach your arm up underneath and then it drizzles you. Right, I'll clean up and I'll grab all of that filter now. Right, that's the worst bit done now. So I can just do the fuel filters now. These pipes here should be going to that fuel filter, but they're not, look. He had bother with it running and he found that if he deleted that filter, the machine ran perfectly. So we'll plumb it back in, we'll leave them fittings in the cab for him and we'll see what happens. It may be, I've serviced machines before and I've had these water and fuel taps drawing air in, and when I've serviced them I've started up and ran it a bit and it seemed alright, and then a couple of weeks later the fellow will say, oh, did you change the fuel filters because it keeps cutting out. So yeah, we'll plumb it all back together and see what happens when we've come to start it. But I'm going to do this one first. Quick little bit of information for those that don't know, these little inline filters have a flow direction, so you can fit them the wrong way around, and generally they'll have a little arrow. You make out that arrow? And that indicates the direction of fuel flow. Just a quick little tip. Right, the only time you'll see me pre-filling a filter is changing these return filters, and if you don't, it just sounds like the machine's cavitating for a long time. It takes a lot of time before it clears, so I found that if you pre-fill them, they generally don't cavitate for as long. I feel like you're doing less damage to the hydraulic pumps. That's the only time you'll ever see me pre-fill a filter. Right, I've adjusted this pipe down here and tightened up the hose clip. Hopefully it should dry up a bit in there. I'll get my airline in and give everything a good blowout. I don't think I've got that one in there. I'll get my longer extension and just nip that one up as well. Next filter to do is the case drain, and my advice would be to stop the oil coming out of the tank with a hose clamp, otherwise you're just going to make a mess. Okay, while I'm here I've noticed that the hydraulic oil isn't on the level, so we'll do something about that. It'll not be much like. Believe it or not, that tank holds just shy of 20 litres to bring it up to there. Right, all filters are done. Just need engine oil and give this a good clean out. Right, I wasn't going to do it because I presumed that the person that will service this last, or at least at the 1,000 hour service, would have changed the final drive oil, but I thought I better do it anyway, and I've just cracked this off, as you can see, and if you could smell what I could smell, it is absolutely stinking. So we're going to have these off, and it's going to smell my van out for the way home, but I'll do it. The colour of this, look, and it's going to squirt out at me. Careful, Al, careful, you don't want a face full of this. Whoa. Need to get me Allen key back now. That smells so bad. So bad. There's two fellas over there before discussing whether or not they could smell gas. I just sort of overheard them and said, it ain't gas, boys. It's this stuff in here. So I have I once drained a final drive in the workshop at my last spot, and it was a farmer's old machine, and I'm not joking you, I'm sure the offices were pretty close to evacuating because they thought there was a gas leak upstairs. It was that bad a smell. Anyway, I'll go do it to the side. Right, we're all done. You can't see out my mucky windows. This van is filthy, like really bad. In fact, I cleaned the number plate off in my last job because you literally couldn't see it, and I thought the last thing I need is to have a reason to be pulled over. So I've cleaned it, and the hour's journey from the last spot to here, it's almost just as bad again. Anyway, I am heading now. It is 4:20. Down to a customer's yard, drop some parts in there, and then I can go home. So it's an hour down to there, and then it's just shy of 2 hours home. So there's still plenty of my day left, but I'll probably see you in the morning. I would have taken you down further down this road because some of the houses down here, I mean, the big ones are down that way, let me just tell you that much. And that's seafront as well, so prime location. But yeah, I don't have the time to do that today. Anyway, I'll see you in the morning. Friday morning. Doing a bit of a square up as best I can. Restocking the van. I realised I've only got 2 clean rags left, so I'll go and get some new rags. Emptied all my waste oil out, restocked the oil that I've used this week. Yeah, I've been reasonably busy this week, and I think I've accidentally caught up. So, what I was going to mention is this light bar that Dave sent. Seems like the majority of you are saying put it in the doorway up here. I've just been having a little look at mounting it. I think I'll make a bracket to sort of hang it down here. I think that's going to be best. I don't want it on the outside. Keep it clean and tidy. Pointing out the way. So that's the plan for that light bar. I'll maybe have a look at doing that on my lunch break. But yeah, wash is all frozen up, so I can't wash the van. It is absolutely manky. All the road grime and windows are bad to see through. Front's white with salt and grit. It's not good, like. It isn't. I'll take a hell of a washing too. Inside isn't much better either. Need to have a bit of a clean up. My coffee cups obviously had a bit of a leak here. So yeah, I might get the old dusters out and have a bit of a clean up inside the cab. I'll tell you what else I've got. My dad's seen my video with my massive flask, which is full at the moment. That thing there, honestly, if you put boiling water into that and close the lid, that thing will still be as hot as the day you poured it about 3 days later. It's red hot at the minute, can't drink it. But anyway, yeah, my dad's seen the video with the massive flask. Saturday's video, which came out on Tuesday. And bless him, he's got us a little Nespresso coffee machine. So I think I might try and make a bracket and fit it here. That'd be nice, won't it? Get a couple of cups, and then yeah, if folk want to stand in the back of the van while I service the machine, they can help themselves to complimentary coffee. We'll have to have a little selection of biscuits as well. So yeah, I was toying with the idea of having it in the cab here, but there's nowhere really out of the way, because yeah, I'm going to put it in the back. I think I'm going to put it put it on top of there and make a bracket to hold it to this, because I can get my hand in here and put some screws on. Be a good job. Van mods. So that's what, those are all little jobs I've got to do in my spare time, but I don't feel like it's appropriate to do it during working hours. It's not really essential, so I'm going to nip around the corner and put some diesel in the van. The fuel light came on the way back down the road last night. It was 7:30 when I got home, so I thought I better just go straight back rather than spend 10-15 minutes filling with diesel. So I'm going to go around the corner and put some diesel in the van, and I'm going to put some rags on first because I'll forget otherwise. And then probably do some online training, because I think I've got a job to do on Monday. I have to speak with HQ because they're sending a lad down to give us a hand with it. Yeah, that's where we're at the minute. Phone might ring yet, like. It's only 9:30. Right, so I've just had my lunch, and I've had a good tidy out in the van. It's lovely and clean again. Give the seats a good scrub. The dashboard a bit of that stuff what stinks really nice. Yeah, it's looking nice. Take my boots off before I get in there. What else have I been doing? This is what I've been doing. Making coffee. No, then I don't think this is a one-handed job. Hang on. Take that out from under there. Get the pod in there, look. What I've done is this magnetic tray, which is used for all the spare parts that don't manage to find their way back onto diggers. I don't know why I've got that thermostat. That's knackered. Chuck that in the bin. That's a carburetor off my lawnmower that I ordered, cheap Chinesian one that didn't fit. Don't know why I'm keeping that. Actually, that can go. Got a relay there, not sure if that's a good or a bad one. Got some injector blanks. Got an airline fitting. Oh look, another thermostat. That's probably knackered too. What else is there? Just bits and pieces. Anyway, got distracted. There's the metal, the magnetic pads. The glues came off them. So I've glued my Nespresso machine to the magnetic pad. Oh, is that gonna rattle when I'm going on forestry roads? Didn't think that through. But for the time being, I'm going to enjoy having a coffee. Oh, I've been on the tool van as well, and I bought a magnetic light that I can leave on somebody's digger and never see again. Mark my words, I won't even have that a month. If I put it there and don't use it, then job will be right. And I'll put it on there though. Just got a feeling if you put it on the paintwork, magnetic on the paintwork, does it damage the paintwork? I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna have a coffee. Proper job. Also, before I go back to my training, I've started a sticker wall. So my mate Mark, that drives for S. Richardson, even though he does have a Cabelco now, which is a shame. But anyway, he sent us some stickers, so that has now prompted a sticker wall. So I'm going to put stickers in this patch and this patch. See if we can do the whole van before, see if we can do the whole side of this van here before I get a new van. That is the goal. So if anybody's got any stickers they want to send us, feel free to message me on Instagram and I'll give you the address, or post it to Rickaby's at Carlisle. Just Google Rickaby's Carlisle and put for the attention of Ali at Gordon's Construction, and I should get them. Right, back to training. Okay, it doesn't look like you can see me well. I've got home and realised I haven't done an outro to the video, so it feels like it's been a bit of a short video and content hasn't been tremendous, so I do apologise for that. But like I say, it's just a day in the life of a plant mechanic, and yeah, this week's been pretty busy, and then today it hasn't been. So hope you've enjoyed it all the same, and I hope you've enjoy the rest of your weekend, because this will come out on Saturday. So thanks very much for watching, and see you in the next one.